What's going on, guys? Asian Guy here, bringing you a video from the Japan server of One Piece Treasure Cruise. Holy moly, this kind of came out of nowhere. I mean, people were expecting it, but not the Psy SUPERTYPE legend to be BOA Hancock. Of all people, we were all expecting X-Drake or Odin, someone like that, with the new ship that came out for Psy units. But this is what we're getting, and she's a pretty, well, I don't know. She could be extremely trash, or she could be extremely broken. And we'll get into that in a moment. We have all of these information for all these new units that are being released. So this is a whole lot of demonetization. Even Enel is showing a crap ton of skin. But yeah. Summer Boa, Rebecca, Robin, Viola, Lin Pudding, and Pirate Festival Enel. Thank you very much to Koala-san of the OPTC subreddit for doing these translations and putting all the information out here. If you are not using the One Piece Treasure Cruise subreddit yet, guys, what are you doing? What are you doing? Right, so, BOA Hancock, Psy SUPERTYPE legend. I have a video to show you guys as well so we can understand how her new mechanic actually works, but she is going to boost the attack of all Psy characters by 4 times, all other characters by 3.75 times, which is very, very nice. Universal Captain ability. She'll boost attack depending on how much was healed in the previous turn, a maximum of 5 times attack boost, and increase the appearance rate of recovery orbs, and the crew will treat recovery orbs as beneficial. So this is like a very steroided up Legend Enel 6+ Captain ability. I'm not a big fan of that, to be honest. There's no tankiness in there, there's no damage reduction, no extra HP, and yeah, it's a bit of a yikes. I think this captain ability is a bit of a yikes. I don't like this mechanic of, oh, you need to heal X amount to have 5 times attack boost in the previous turn. Now, the healing part will function with meat orbs, it will function with end of turn healing, anything like that, or if you use like a Shirahoshi special, anything like that will count towards this. And I think this is going to go up in 0.25 gaps, so you have 4 times, 4.25, 4.5, 4.75 times, and then finally 5 times, and it scales off every 2,500 HP that you heal. So I think 3 meat orbs will probably be enough to get you 10,000 healing, which will give you 5 times attack boost. That's my prediction. I think that's how it's going to work. I don't know 100% for sure, but I think that is going to the way it works. She has a 13 turn cooldown, which honestly is a little bit on the higher end for newer legends. Normally we get them at 11 or 12 turns, but her special will be -2 cooldown of the crew, which is very nice. Put enemies in a mirror state to seal normal attack patterns of that enemy until 15 combo hits are done to that enemy. For 5 turn, heal 11 times recovery at the end of the turn. So let's showcase how this works on the One Piece Treasure Cruise Twitter, if we can skip ahead, because alright, here we go. So, you're about to see the new Meru debuff here, which prevents the enemy from attacking you, but I believe this does not prevent the enemy from activating interrupts, it does not prevent them from activating specials and turn-based, you know, debuffs on you as well. Because, for example, in Colosseum final stages these days, if you don't kill the enemy on the very first turn, the next turn and the turn after that and the turn after that, they are going to punish you severely with loads of different debuffs. So if that still works, then yeah, this special might not be as great as it seems. So as you guys can see there, it took them 15 combo hits to get rid of this debuff on them. And essentially the way this works is identical to a delay, except it's not a delay. So it's a new kind of delay. A maximum of, you can have 4 turns delayed, because every turn you have to attack, obviously. And if you only have 4 combo hit units, then 15 means you can have 4 turns of stalling, which is very, very, very good. Now, the thing here that can change this from one of the best specials in the game to being garbage, and I genuinely mean hot garbage, is, does this go through debuff protection? Because in the top right corner of the One Piece Treasure Cruise screen here, you can see, I just realized you can't actually see BOA's attack animation here. Apologies, because of my webcam. But you can see here, we have got, right, we have got defense down debuff protection and delay protection, but not an all debuff protection. And if we have all debuff protection, guys, what does that mean? If we had a full debuff protection here, does her special work? Because essentially it is a debuff. And I don't think, and I think this is exactly the same as Mihawk and Perona, because Mihawk and Perona do not go through debuff protection. If this does not go through debuff protection, it's honestly not that great. It's really, honestly, not that great. However, she's still a very good unit in terms of damage. It just means her special is a little bit redundant. And you can also look at it this way for stuff like raids and Colosseums. When was the last time you had to delay, or when was the last time you had to stall on the boss stage? 99.9% of the time, you burst the final stage on the first turn. So this kind of special, for that kind of content, is redundant. It's not that useful. And you're stalling 13 turns in the first place for her special, which is again on the higher end. So I have to say, in terms of speed, she is a much slower captain, unless you're going to brute force your way through with her super type ability, which is still very good. So this is the part that makes up for what I would say is potentially hot garbage, because this is a special that's very much designed for stuff like forest or GARP challenges. Very much like Mihawk and Perona, they are shining as a sub for stuff like GARP challenges and forests, but as a captain, you don't really see them see any gameplay against any difficult raids or any difficult Colosseums, because they have debuff protection. If there's debuff protection, you can't really use their kit, which is, you know, a bit sad, but it is how it is. It's the exact same way that Onami works. Legend Onami is, if there is a debuff protector, it's like, well, you can't use Onami Legend. So yeah, it's a bit of an awkward situation there. However, her super typing condition is very easy to activate. You can activate this simply by having the end of turn recovery buff on your team. And this can be activated with BOA special. I think Legend Chopper has it as well. The Ho ship has it as well. So very easy to obtain that. Her super typing special, however, is insanely good. Changes all orbs, including block, to Psy. For 1 turn, boosts attack of Psy characters by 2.5 times super type Psy characters. This is absurdly good. This is really good. It's an uninterruptible orb manipulation that gets rid of block orbs, and it is an uninterruptible attack boost of 2.5 times. At the very least, guys, even if the Marimara state is a bit garbage and very situational, you can only use it in very specific niche areas like GARP challenges or forests. Even if that's the case, in terms of Colosseums, in terms of raids, in terms of Kizuna, she still has a full board of matching orbs and 2.5 times attack boost, which is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Her Sailor ability, so if you want to use her as a sub, will treat Psy orbs as beneficial, which is very nice. She herself is immune to special rewind as well. So as a sub, you can very much use her in many different places, which is absolutely delightful. And then you also have one of the best buffed limit break sockets here in barrier penetration. So for those of you who didn't know, barrier penetration has been significantly upgraded now, in the way that, for example, in previous times, say you had a 30 hit combo barrier, you have a character that has 4 combo hits, but it has barrier penetration. Normally, those 4 combo hits don't register and you will just go through the barrier. Now, you will still go through the barrier, but those 4 combo hits will register. That color type orb to break the color type barrier will still register, but you're still going through the barrier. So barrier penetration got an insane buff. This should have been the way it has been all the time, but hashtag Dunker Yoshi, we have got this change that has been a long time coming, which is superb. Shooter's just got a huge buff because of that. So that is a very good barrier penetration socket. That's just really good. It's a really great upgrade there. And as a sub, again, how good she is as sub very much depends on the content you're running. If they have debuff protector, I am very much guessing this special will not work at all. And at the same time, if the enemies can still use turn-based specials, they can still use interrupts, even if they're in Marimara form, then this is basically just saying -2 cooldown of the crew, delay the enemy for up to you 1, 2, 3, or 4 turns. It's your choice how many turns you want to delay them for, and then heal yourself 11 times recovery at the end of the turn for 5 turns. So that special, if you put it that way, honestly doesn't seem that impressive, but super type ability completely makes up for it in terms of pure and raw damage. Very good. Her stats, however, are a bit on the lower side, you know, less than 4,000 HP, barely breaking 1950 attack, but you know, it's not that big of a deal. I think, you know, if you need 50 extra attack to clear a piece of content, then you probably got to work on your team a little bit more. However, Her support ability is also very good. On the last stage, for any Psy character you can attach her to, change the orb of the supported Psy character to Psy. Doesn't unfortunately get rid of block orbs and heal 4000 HP. Very, very, very nice. And then her Pirate Festival. So PvP, she's one of the best units in PvP. She has a 4000 fixed damage execution to an enemy with low HP. That's pretty insane. Level 6 attack up to Psy allies. Level 11 attack down to enemies in a large range sideways, which is absurd. That is pretty damn insane, guys. Level 11 attack down for 15 seconds. And I believe her PvP special is a 28-second cooldown. So you can use this multiple times in PvP. It's really good. That's really, really, really good. I think you'll be able to get now 3, maybe even 4 times in PvP, which is pretty damn insane, especially if you have a Legend Lord to partner up with her in PvP. She's going to be a meta-breaking or meta-changing in PvP. Her Pirate Festival ability, like her Captain ability for this, is level 5 attack up to Psy allies when HP is 50% or less. Level 3 defense up to Psy allies, also very, very, very good. And she has Pirate Festival resistance here, 70% chance to resist special silence. So very, very, very good. So yeah, just talking about BOA took that long, apologies, but there's so much to unpack here, and I don't know where I'd place her right now. I would say she'd be fighting for a top 10 position right now, because, you know, obviously she is a rainbow captain, which is very nice, but unlike Luffy, it's not a universal boost what she has, so obviously that already puts her, in my opinion, behind Luffy. I think her special, ooh, I don't know. This is, you know, it's a flip of the coin. If it seals the enemy completely, they can't use interrupts. Whether they have debuff protector or not, doesn't matter. If they can't use interrupts, they can't use their turn-based specials, then this is a god tier special. If they can still use interrupts, if they can still use turn-based specials, then this is kind of trash. And alternatively, at the same time, if this doesn't go through debuff protector, then this special is low-key trash. It's not very, very good. It's good for very niche purposes, but in the main thick of the game, which is like Colosseums, Raids, Kizunas, then I don't think this is that great. However, Super Typing Special basically replaces that as the damaging special, so that's still very, very good. And yeah, I would say she's easily a top 10 legend. She's definitely on the, I would say, might be able to break into top 5, but I would say she's around 7th, 8th, 9th, or maybe even 10th there on the lower end of the scale. So let's move into the other summer girls. We got Psy Rebecca, Psy Robin, Psy Viola, Psy Big Mom, Psy Pudding, and Psy Enel. That's right, Beach Body Enel right there. Look at that. What is that? He's got an 8-pack bordering onto a 10-pack. Man's been working out on the moon. So there we go. That is Enel. Right, Psy Rebecca, we're going to blast through these. We're not going to go over the captain abilities because they're all basically garbage, and you should not be using these as captains. Her special ability will reduce 1 turn of barrier on enemies, reduce 7 turns of special silence on the crew. For 3 turns, boost color affinity for normal attacks by 1.75 times. And this does not seem to be limited to Psy units. So this is very, very, very good. 3-turn color affinity boost for all units is really, really good. 1 turn barrier reduction is kind of whatever. Reduce 7 turns of special seal. Again, why 7 turns is a little bit bizarre, but she will reduce 7 turns of special silence on herself as well. So any piece of content that decides to silence you for 7 turns, oh please don't do this, is coming. Luckily, Shanks crew, guys, Shanks crew reduces silence by 10 turns. So there you go. I really hope this is not going to be the new norm, 7 turns, because that's going to be disgusting. That's going to be disgusting. Right. Very good special. She's a great, great, great rare recruit. Robin. Robin will reduce 5 turns of threshold damage reduction, percent damage reduction, and defense up on enemies. So the holy trinity of enemy buffs. So this is already one of the best rare recruits in the game, up there with the legend. That is Wano Usopp, which does the exact same thing. 5 turns of threshold damage reduction, percent damage reduction, defense up on enemies. She will also reduce 5 turns of despair and change all orbs to the same orb that she has. I don't really like that last part there, changes the same orb as she has. That's, you know, you might have to play around that in a bit of a tedious way, but 5 turn damage, 5 turn threshold damage reduction, percent damage reduction, defense up on enemies with 5 turns of despair, and she is Robin, so you can add Bartolomeo on her as a 3 turns of paralysis reduction as well. Makes her one of the best rare recruits in the game. She is very much a top 10 rare recruit in the game now, not including limited rare recruit. So very, very, very good. And her Sailor ability will make it so you have all Psy Orbs at the start of the adventure. What a amazing, amazing unit. She is a fighter cerebral as well, so you can use her on that lore team. What an amazing unit. What an amazing, amazing rare recruit. Psy Viola. So, Viola is Free Spirit Cerebral. What is this Rebecca? Rebecca should be Free Spirit Slasher. So you can use all of these units on the new Legend lore as well. Viola special reduce 7 turns of attack down. For 1 turn, boost Orb of Psy and Dex characters by 1.75 times. When hitting 3 perfects this turn, boost Orbs of Psy and Dex characters by 2 times the following turn. Now, this Rebecca is okay. I think she's the worst of the batch. She does reduce 5 turns of blindness in her Sailor ability, which is very nice. And when you hit a perfect with her, she'll keep her Psy Orb as well. But I think, 1.75 into 2 times Orb boost is okay. This is the one she'll see use for like maybe 1 or 2 Colosseums, or 1 Colosseum, 1 raid designed for Psy SUPERTYPE BOA and also the Legend lore. And then you probably won't see her used again, because lore is an orb booster as well. So I think she'll be the rare recruit that's good on paper, but will fall off very quick. Robin is one of the god tier rare recruits that will be amazing for like the next 30 years. This Robin is going to be very, very good. This Rebecca is also pretty solid, but I think she'll fall off a little bit as well. 1.75 times color affinity is decent. And it's 3 turns, so pretty damn solid there. So Rebecca and Robin are the big prizes here, but Robin, by far, amazing. That's a Legend tier special. Very, very, very good special. Big Mom. Now, Big Mom's captain ability is actually good, so we'll get into that. She will boost the attack of Psy characters by 3.5 times. All other characters by 3 times. Psy characters HP by 1.3 times, and reduce cooldown of Psy units at the start of the adventure by 1 turn as well. Her special is also very nice. Defeat all enemies that have a remaining HP less than 100 times Linlin's character's attack, which is 1515, 1715 with plus 200 attack candy, and then even higher than that, getting closer and closer to 2000 if you get that plus 200 attack candy. Apologies, I got that wrong. So yeah, it will be closer to 2000 at plus 200 attack candy, which is very, very nice. And then reduce 4 turns of paralysis, recovery down, and blind. It's a bit unfortunate this is only 4 turns and not 5 turns. If it was 5 turns, this would put her as one of the best rare recruits in the game. 4 turns is still very, very good. When there are 3 or more side characters on the crew, for 3 turns, lock chain to 2.75 times. Also, a pretty damn solid special. We got the Psy Pudding, who I believe is a returning character as well as Big Mom. Reduce 4 turns of resilience on enemies, reduce 4 turns of despair. Again, it's a shame it's 4 turns and not 5 turns. For 2 turns, side characters will treat recovery and tandem orbs as beneficial, which is, I think this is not that great of a special. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Psy Enel, this is going to be the PvP Enel that you can unlock. You don't have to win matches to unlock him, guys. You can lose like 500 times, you can lose 20 times, and you will have this PvP Enel in your box. So please participate in PvP, otherwise you are missing out on very, very nice units in the game. His captain ability is Psy attack characters 2.5 times attack. Increase attack if at least 1 enemy was defeated in the previous turn, a maximum of 3.5 times, and then 10 times character's attack in Psy damage to all enemies at the end of the turn. God Enel. Orb seal reduction as well, which is a nice limit break. He will change his own orb and adjacent orbs, including block orbs, to matching orbs, which is very, very nice. You can't unfortunately use this guy on a Legend lore team because he's a driven shooter. A bit unfortunate there. And he will reduce 5 turns of chain lock and burn for 1 turn plus 0.8 to the chain. So he would have been nice on a lore team. Unfortunately, he doesn't get boosted by Legend lore, which is a shame. But reduce 5 turns of chain lock and burn, very, very nice. For 1 turn plus 0.8 to the chain, also very nice. And he will guarantee you 4 orbs as matching orbs, which I think is really, really good. And he has a very good Sailor ability, which will reduce paralysis on the crew by 1 turn. So yeah, that's a very, very nice free-to-play unit that we're going to be getting there. And I gotta say, overall, This is a pretty insane batch. And the video doesn't end there yet, guys. I'm so sorry this is so long, but there's so much information coming out. This is the power of Yoshi, guys. This is courtesy of Timinu. Thank you so much to Timinu. Always creating these absolutely gorgeous infographics, letting us know how the SUGOFEST breakdown works. I originally didn't want to pull, guys. I really didn't want to pull on this SUGOFEST, but it's amazing. It's actually one of the best SUGOFEST ever, because one, look at the boosted rare recruits. They're all limited rare recruits that are summertime event rare recruits, and there's some really good rare recruits in there. We have the previous Clash units that we had, Clash Summertime Girls, and that Robin is a game changer. That Robin is actually freaking amazing. I need that Robin. She's so good. And then the 6th multi, guys. I'm going to do it. I have to do it. 6 multis. I have to do it. I'm missing 4 legends out of 6. I know I'm going to get fucking Stampede Luffy and stupid Onami. I just know it. I just know. I'm missing Arlong Crew. I'm missing Mihawk and Perona. I'm missing Smoker. I'm missing BOA Hancock. But I just know. Guys, I just know I'm going to get Stampede Luffy or Nami. Oh, it pains me, but I'm going to have to do 6 multis on this. I really want this Robin. She's so good. She's so good. And any of these units that I don't have here, I don't have Rebecca, I don't have Robin, I don't have Viola, I don't have the Carrot, I don't have Sugar, I don't have Califa, I don't have... Actually, no, I don't have that Vivi, I don't have that Pudding, I don't have that Rebecca, I don't have that Shirahoshi. I do have that Vivi, I do have... Actually, no, I don't have that Perona. I do have that Baby 5, I do have that Boa, and I do have that Koala. But yeah, that's a lot of boosted rare recruits that I'm missing. A lot of them. And I'm not even one of these people that simp for the waifu characters. It's just that a lot of these rare recruits are really good. These legends I'm missing, I would like them. Smoker, very good in PvP. Mihawk and Perona, very good in PvP. They're great sub for Garp challenges and just in general. You know, whenever you can use them, it's not that frequent, but whenever you can use them, you'd like to use them. So I would like to have Mihawk and Perona, and it's Mihawk. Arlong Crew. Okay, they're a bit of a meme, but I don't have them. I would like them. I would like them. And then part 2, Aokiji is great, but Aokiji is the only one along with Boa that I'm missing there, so I don't care too much about that. And then this part here, I don't have Sugar, I don't have Boa, and I don't have Legend Luffy and Zoro. So again, quite tempting part 3, but I'll be disappointed if I pull Pudding again. I don't want a Douglas Bullet. I have one. I have many of them now, and I don't want Inu and Neko, but Douglas Bullet is on there as well. So part 3, very good. Part 2, honestly, is a huge trap because, I mean, you know, Jack, honestly, is the best legend you could get from there other than the Boa. You got Sabo, who's a bit of a meme. You got Aokiji, who's good for PvP, but that's about it. Nami and Robin, who's great. They're great, but they're not amazing. And then you got Komurasaki, who came back recently to do Colosseum Gukimaru, courtesy of the legend Sugar and Smoker, but now she's dead again. So, yeah, that's it. And then part 1, also, you know, Arlong Crew might be a bit of a bust. Onami is a bit of a bust, but Stampede Luffy, if you don't have him and you get him, W, that's a big W. Mihawk Perona, you know, medium W. Smoker, medium W. And then BOA Hancock is a fat W. So, yeah, I think part 1, I'm gonna have to do it, guys. Second multi, 1 tavern character guaranteed, so that's probably all of these boosted rare recruits. You got the 3rd and 5th and 8th multis, 1 legend that has been released after May the 12th. 2017, so that's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of legends in there that I don't need, so that's whatever. And then 4th multi is 1 new swimsuit character guaranteed, so it's one of the new rare recruits, I'm pretty sure, or the BOA Hancock. And then the 6th multi is 1 super limited pool legend guaranteed, and that's the 6th multi, guys. They have not done that for us for a long time. It's a 2 times legend rate up. This is Yoshi madness, guys. Yoshi, thank you. Thank you. Even if I get shafted this SUGOFEST, on behalf of other players that don't get shafted, thank you very much, Yoshi, because you are doing a madness right now. The moment he announced his arrival to OPTC, Japan, quality of life changes a kaboom. Global, getting the best SUGOFEST and some of the best events of all time, kaboom. It's a hashtag Dunker Yoshi, guys. It's a hashtag Dunker Yoshi. And I'm exhausted from doing this video. I've just woken up and I'm very, very, very tired. Apologies, this video is coming a lot later than normal. But, you know, when this information comes out on Japan, it's like 4 a.m. time for me. So, obviously, I'm not going to make a video at 4 a.m. And there you have it. That's a lot of information to digest. Thank you once again to Koala-san, to Timinu for making this infographic as well. The goats alongside Yoshi-san. Good luck on your SUGOFEST pulls, guys. Like, honestly, this is a madness. This is a madness. I didn't want to have to pull, but that's another 300 gems gone from me. Minimum 300 gems gone from me. It is what it is. I will see you in that SUGOFEST video. Thank you very much for watching. And bye-bye. Hashtag Dunker Yoshi.